why. Now this week's why was a question that was asked to me by a client a few weeks ago. Now at the time they thought that it was a pretty tall ask, but there are some things that you can do. So the question is, why do my boobs sag and what can I do about it? Here's this week's why. Right, so let's be honest, ladies. When we were younger, they were like up here, let me see, like up here, and you were able to wear these busty little tops and you had nice little cleavage and all that sort of thing. And then as you get older, they go further and further down. And then you see all the jokes about when you're like really old and they're down by your knees. But it's not actually true. However, there is some truth in that, because as you get older, your skin loses elasticity, and there's a whole bundle of things that you might be doing that makes this southward movement worse. So let me tell you those first. So here we are. First of all, crash diets. Now, they're bad because your skin loses some of its plumpness and becomes a bit slack, and when they become slack they go a bit south, and so that's not good. So crash diet's bad, as well as a whole bundle of other reasons which I'm always talking about for crash diets, but we're not going to go into that today. So no crash diets make your boobs go down. Next, smoking. Smoking is bad because that's also got a huge effect on your skin and your skin's elasticity. So smoking, as well as all the health but things that go with that, but we won't go there. Also, sunscreen. Now New Zealand, sunscreen, because sunscreen is really important for preventing cancer and all that sort of things, and we should know down here in New Zealand that is important because we sit underneath the ozone hole. However, you also need to make sure that you've got sunscreen, because no sunscreen causes premature wrinkles, and that affects the elasticity of the skin. And you know, as we go older, it becomes less and less elastic. So you know that's why people end up with facelifts and brow lifts and these lifts and those lifts and boob lifts and, you know, all sorts of lifts, because skin loses elasticity as we age. And we do a whole heap of things that don't help that. So no sunscreen. Bad. Apart from cancer, make your boobs sag. So, and the last thing, well, there's a whole heap, but these are my list. The last thing you need to really be careful of is high impact exercise. Now wait, I'm not saying it's bad and you should stop it right away. What I am saying is that high impact exercise with incorrect support is also bad, because it increases the elasticity of the skin and makes them go south. So if you are engaging in exercise, you should have a good supportive bra, and I don't just mean put 2 or 3 on the tight top over the top. I mean proper scaffolding, is what I call it. So yes, that is it. So let me recap. So here we are, recap. Crash diet, no. Smoking, no. Sunscreen, yes, don't forget the sunscreen. And high impact exercise, you need support. So what can we do about it if they've started to go south, to lift them up a bit? Well, apart from surgery to make them look like they did when you were 21, there is some other things that you can do to help that. Now, they're never going to be right back up to here, you know, under your chin like you might have used to be, but you can help a little. So here, the exercises that you should be doing if you're wanting to make the boobs up perky are these ones. that is how to lift them up and bring them up a bit further north than they might be right now. Now, I have got a whole heap of why questions coming up. People keep asking me questions and I love that. So if you have got a question for me that you'd like me to answer in a future why, then email me on this email address and I will cover it on a future episode. Have a fabulously perky weekend, ladies.